Shalom. First and foremost, above all things, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushua Bashem, Rakah Kradash. I want to give a special double honors to our elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on your sincere brothers and your sisters out there that listen and take heed to the true doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be an edifying lesson. So I wanted to do a video, just about you women, man. The thing about you women, you lack wisdom. You lack knowledge. You lack the understanding of this truth and knowledge. And right now, above all anything, this wisdom and knowledge that we have attained, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, first and foremost, on down to our elder apostles, on down, this is the wisdom that is needed right now, because the wisdom of this world, or this knowledge, is foolishness to the Most High, man. At the end of the day, when this system shuts down, none of these things, none of this knowledge is going to matter, because this system is going to be completely shut down. And so you think because you have this wisdom that you know everything, and you don't. An example is a lady I know that is just decided to join the military, and that's crazy because, here you are in the midst of a war, and you're not realizing, they may could very well send you over there, and you're in the mix of something that all you was probably trying to do was get some money, So, you women, you're gonna realize the hard way that it is better to be under a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to have the understanding of this wisdom to guide you in the times to come. But a lot of you women, you don't want that. You think that this knowledge is enough, that this earthly knowledge is enough for you to get through and make it in this system, and it's not going to be. That system, once that knowledge goes away and the system shuts down, this wisdom and knowledge that we've been preaching and teaching on the highways and the hedges, that's what's going to really surface to the top, which is already at the top, but these people are too blinded to see it, and by the time they do see it, it's going to be too late. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. And see, a lot of you women are fools because you despise wisdom, you despise instruction. Here he is, you have the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai out there on the highways and the hedges, even doing videos, some brothers doing them on a daily basis, beginning with our elder apostles, and you still, you despise that, you're despised by this knowledge, you're despised by this instruction that's been given. A lot of you are blinded because you think, oh man, as long as I got this knowledge of how to navigate in this world, this wicked knowledge or whatever, because this wisdom right here of the world is foolishness to the Most High, man. Being street smart, being all that's going out the door once, this system shuts down. All the stuff that you have been taught in this system is going to be, it ain't going to matter to a hill of beans. Your bachelor degree or whatever degrees you may have, all that none of that is going to matter in the times ahead, man. And that's another reason you can't tell these women anything, because they think they know everything. Because as long as they feel they have the wisdom of Esau, his foolishness, his foolish wisdom, that's all they need. You can't tell me nothing else. I know everything. And a lot of these women, they don't want to be told nothing. Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Yeah. Which shows you have to be guided by a man of wisdom. And you got to be willing to be instructed by a man of wisdom and knowledge of this, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. See, that's one thing to be instructed, but are you being instructed with the right knowledge, the right understanding? Because see, once this system shuts down, it's over. Job chapter 39 and verse 17. Because see, Esau's giving you all this liberty. And because you've gotten this liberty, you think you know everything. And you're going to realize you're not as, when things really get really bad out here, which they're bad right now, but they're going to get increasingly bad, you're going to realize that, that you was wrong. But that's going to be too late then. Job 39 and 17. Because God, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, have deprived her of wisdom. Neither have he imparted her understanding. Yeah. So, you have no wisdom, you have no understanding, and that wisdom and understanding is this true knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You don't have it. And see, you need to be guided by a man and be willing to be guided. But a lot of you don't want to, because the idea of Jake telling you what you need to do and what you shouldn't do, in a righteous manner, that messes with your spirit, man. But hey, once everything shuts down, it may be too late for a lot of you women out there. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is his treasure. So the Lord is only going to deal with those who fear him, not those who have this foolishness of this world, man. This foolish knowledge of this world. None of that's going to add up to a hill of beans of what's going to happen. I mean, all that's going to go out the door. All the stuff that Esau has taught you is going out the door. And this wisdom and knowledge that we're learning now is what's going to matter. And if you're not with the man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, if you're not willing to be in a spirit of submission, a lot of you women are going to be destroyed, man. So you need to be guided by a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and you need to submit and humble yourselves down. A lot of you women, you don't want to humble yourselves down, and so that's going to be to your detriment, and what's going to lead to a lot of you women being destroyed, man. So Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson. Once again, I want to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem B'Kak Radash. Until the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.